morning. Did you enjoy it? Good, isn't it? That new product from Cadence. I know, right? Oh, God. Go with. Who's in the
Oh, mine is. Hello, everybody. I can say hello to you. Thank you for joining us. It's a real pleasure to have your company. Look, we're going large.
Took it off. We are.
Look how
going
big
or
we're
going home.
I'm a little bit excited about this
I
because
know.
it's going to be something different. Look at that on the wall. This is like super modern stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fabulous.
We are going loud and large.
We are. We're out there. Right. But yeah, sorry, I'll start again, shall I? That show, Cadence show, you get your product. Yeah, no, it's good, isn't it? But we've got something even better for you in this hour. Brand new brushes, brand new cheat sheets, which is very exciting, and 2 products where you buy one, get one free. I know, 2 in one show, and it's product that you're going to use as well, which is brilliant. Right, first of all, let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop. In fact, I'm going to introduce the team first. We've got Laura on cameras this morning, Andrew in our ear, and our Stephanie is going to be demonstrating for you because that's what she does very, very well. Right, so first of all, you can shop with us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video. In fact, if you look at your screen right now, the words that are in bold text, that's what you're going to type in. So you don't even need to remember the code. Couldn't be easier, could it? Once you've done that, that will automatically pop it into a basket for you. And then we're going to send you a direct message. Click on that message. That message will open up and there is a link inside. Click on the link. That will take you to our website where I need you to log in and then check out. Logging in is super important because it means that you get your club discount, your loyalty on every order. I'm going to keep saying that because I bought something else yesterday. I signed up to a different website, 10% off your first order. I was like, blinking heck, we are good, aren't we? Discount of all of your orders. Doesn't matter if it's a high-priced item, literally discount. Then loyalty points for every single pound that you spent. And on a basket spend over £35, no postage. Brilliant, right? I know, we're good here, you know. If you would prefer to shop with us directly on highlightcrafts.com, you can also do that. Just pop over there, click watch live, press play, and all the items in that show will appear down the right-hand side of your screen. You're then going to select the items that you wish to purchase, and they will appear at the top of your screen in the form of a little red shopping bag. Okay? Super, super easy. Then you're going to click on that shopping bag and that will take you through that login and checkout process. Now you can also shop ahead, and you had a busy night last night, didn't you? Well, I know. 12 o'clock, midnight, all the day's deals will open up and you can shop ahead. So if you are going out for the day, if you're going away, whatever you're doing, and you can't take us with you, make sure you shop those deals before you set off because you don't want to miss out on them, do you? Also, if you would like notifications before every show, just type the word live into the comments underneath the video and that will give us permission to do that for you. Right, shall we begin? Okay, brand new brushes, Stephanie.
Yeah.
We're going big, right? Big brushes this time. These are fabulous and they're silky smooth. They feel like the inside of puppy's ears, don't they?
They do.
Don't they?
Oh,
they're
they
lovely.
do. They like
Feel,
them.
Laura. I'm going to put it on Laura's hand, aren't they? Soft. Lovely, lovely. So you're going to get 2 of your flat brushes. I'm going to say they're about 1.25 inches in length and about just under 1 inch wide. Then you're going to get your number 6 brush. You're going to get your number 4 brush. And you're going to get your number 2 brush. And Stephanie will explain why you need these brushes, why this particular brush, etc., etc. But I'm going to give you the prices and item numbers so that you can pop those in your basket, safe in the knowledge that when you check out that basket, they're yours. Shop large, $19.99 for 5 big brushes, £4 a brush.
Yeah, that's
before
right,
you
I know.
discount.
it's taken me a long time to find these brushes to get the right ones for you.
You've got a £10 discount.
I have to say, I've only bought a trial order because I wanted to make sure that this was something that people would want to do.
Okay.
So we've bought a trial for you. See what you think. Let me show you the quality. Can I do that straight
Please
away?
do. Absolutely.
So these are the ones that you guys will be used to having. So they've already got that lovely fine chisel edge. And look at the bounce. So this is the bounce. This one's wet, so that's why it's going to separate a bit. But that's the bounce that you're used to. Right, look at the bounce on this. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at the splaying out. Look at
Wow.
this. Look at it. That's the bounce that you're getting. That
grief.
is why, and I've given you 2 of these because this is the one that you're going to need the most of. So look at it. It's absolutely, look at that. That
Well, it's just created
brilliant.
a complete semicircle, hasn't it?
Right, now look
That's
at
amazing.
this chisel edge.
Oh. Love it when Stephanie does that little giggle. It means you love the
Look,
product.
look at it. It's super, super, super fine. That is back to being a really sharp chisel edge. Watch these. Look at them. Look at it. Look at that.
Wow.
This is the test. I can't tell you how many brushes I have tried to get you this. Look at it. It almost goes round.
It does.
Look
that.
at this.
That's
Watch
crazy.
this. Look at it.
Wow.
That is why we need this set of brushes.
at that.
But not just for what we're doing here, but this is for, look at that. Look at it.
Good
Look
grief.
at them. They are, look at these brushes. These you could use for, look at the bounce in that and the twist that I've got in
Amazing.
that brush. That, and it springs right back to life. Look,
Amazing.
that is brilliant. Oh my gosh. If you're doing any cadence work and you want to put a smooth coating, I'm just going to show you this. It is seamless with this. Now, normally, when you put something on with a brush, you'll get a line, won't you?
Yes.
Let me just get rid of this little bit of paint that's just come off the top there. Right, watch this. So, this is our seamless painting.
Okay.
Right.
25% of these brushes are already allocated and in people's baskets.
Right, I'm just going to put that there so you can see how I can get it just on the tip,
Wow.
or I can load it. And then when I paint with it, watch this.
Oh my goodness me, look at that.
This
Wow.
is not
Stephanie.
this isn't just for painting
Good
with our
grief.
product. And that is only using the paint from one side of the brush.
I tell you what else these
And
would be good
watch
for.
this.
Your crackle mediums.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Look at that. Look at that wiggle on a single colour.
Wow.
The wiggle
On black.
on black. That wiggle, single colour.
You can
And
see
look,
it.
look at the brush. I love these
Just
brushes.
lift that piece of card up a little bit towards Laura. You can see there, look at the wiggle. How amazing is that? Imagine that on the edges of your flowers. That's going to be rather spectacular.
Imagine
Right.
that on a piece of furniture, though.
Absolutely.
Literally doing this on a
That's
piece of
incredible.
furniture, doing that to get that texture. And look at as the paint. I'm just going to pop that brush down so you can do it. Oh, I'm just going to show you this. Not with that one because I don't want to get water on it yet. If you've got this brush basin,
Yep.
oh, it's not going to do it. Forget that. Right, look at this. Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Look at it. Look at the wiggle.
Brush basin is already all allocated, so I'm taking that off the counter before we've even, 10 minutes into the show. Congratulations, everybody that got those brushes. I think you're going to absolutely love them. We've got a couple of people with gremlins. You need to lock them in a cupboard.
Like
Black
we do.
screens like we do. That's what you need to do. Right,
love that.
so those brushes, shop large, $19.99 is going to get you all 5 of those with a £10 saving on a brand new product, and that's not even one of the ones that we've got on buy one get one free, Stephanie, is it?
No,
We've got
and
extra
what I've
deals on this show for you.
done, look, I've just smoothed out the wiggles. You can still see them there, and I've smoothed them out with a brush. This
Wow.
brush, and then just let me show you now, guys. This. Look at that chisel edge. That's why you need this. This isn't just for this kind of painting. This is for all of your painting. It is razor
Wow, look at
sharp.
that. That's amazing. Right, let's come back to the counter and let's do this download, because having seen all that, you want to see more demos, don't you? So the sooner we do this, the sooner we can get back to our Stephanie. Right, so you want your brushes, you get 2 of those, you know exactly why. Stephanie's told you about, I mean, look at that. You used to do that as a kid, didn't you? Load your paintbrush up and then do circles. Look at that, isn't that incredible? Love that. So 2 of those, your number 2, your number 4, and your number 6. So if you're on the Cadence journey as well as Painting Perfection, this, for your crackles, will look incredible, and it's quick. Do you know what I mean? The bit that you, because you want the crackle to happen, don't you? The putting it down is a bit boring. It's when it crackles. So, Shop Large, $19.99. Now we have a brand new download for you in the form of cheat sheets. These are really, really clever. Okay, Volume 4, Painting Perfection cheat sheets. I've got to be really careful how I say that. So you've got your rose head, that open bloom, on the stem with the leaves, and look how many different colours are in the leaves. This is brilliant. So for somebody like me, if you're the same as me at home and you don't have pictures when you close your eyes, this is brilliant, because you're painting on top of a picture. If you're somebody that sits with a piece at the side of you and struggles to get it right when you're copying it, this is going to be brilliant for you. You could put this on a light board, so you've got the light coming through. So there's no excuses not to try, is there? Because we can manage all of those reasons. So I can't see very well, light board, okay? I can't see pictures when I close my eyes. Cheat sheets, brilliant, right? Painting over the top of something. But what I love about these cheat sheets is, unlike the ones where we brought you before, which are brilliant, the laminated ones, where you wipe it off, you're actually going to use these, because you can cut every single one of those out. You could add all sorts. You could add all your goodies, your white pens on top that we've got on the show. But this is a great opportunity to try this painting. Then you've got that fabulous rose, but just with that bud just starting to open. Gorgeous, aren't they? Then you've got the blossom with the leaves without the stem. So for practicing, this is going to be brilliant. Then you've got the bud with the stem and the various leaves in there. Then you've got the leaves by itself. Then you've got the outlines. Now, even if you're a colourer, this is going to be brilliant, right? Because you can practice all different types of colouring. It doesn't have to be painting. It could be with your alcohol markers like Lily's been bringing you. You could be printing that on watercolour card and painting it with your watercolour paints. These are practice sheets. Then you've got all of the blossoms with the buds in all different stages of that blossom blooming that you can then practice with. I think these are fabulous. Make your own compositions with these as well. So if you've got your graphite papers, you can absolutely do that. So you're getting all of those and all of those. And last but by no means least, because this is what makes the flowers pop, you then have the foliage in there as well, which is cracking, isn't it? So if you want the cheat sheets, it's Shop Cheat, and it's a tenner before you discount. That's a bargain and a half. How many classes would you have to go to learn that? So you won't get all of those classes for a tenner, would you? And quite rightly so. Right, we're going to do the paints next. So Stephanie has handpicked these fabulous paints for you.
Back in stock.
Say that again?
They're back in stock.
They're back in stock, so they've been out for a while. So you've got a £5 saving almost. You're going to get your yellow, your white, your clover green, your plum, and your fuchsia, all 5 of them. So you're paying £4 for a bottle of Cadence hybrid acrylic. That's incredible when you think about all the different surfaces that those will go on. Well, I'll tell you what, if you bought those hat boxes recently, imagine those painted large on the lid. That would look spectacular. I'm still trying to get my hands on some of those because you keep buying them every time we bring them. I know. Right, if you want that one, it's Shop Hybrid. And it's $19.99. Now, a couple of other things that you definitely need. One of them is your palette paper. This is brilliant. So it's a paper that's got a coating on it, which means that the paint, when you're putting it out and mixing it, this is going to be your palette. If it's on a normal piece of card, it's going to sink in because the paint's going to be absorbed into the card. But on this, it sits on the surface, and the cleanup is like that, literally, really quick. And that's what we want, isn't it? So you're going to get 40 9-inch by 12-inch sheets that you can use over and over and over again. Shop Artist, $9.99. Now, it's from the brand of Royal & Langnickel, which are a very well-known brand in the art industry. So you're getting a really good quality product there. Shop Artist, $9.99. Now then, I need to show you these. So our paintbrushes are Painting Perfection paintbrushes. Now then, we did this a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And Stephanie said, I want that deal back. It's a little bit of resistance, but she got what she wanted. So, buy one, get one free. I know, right? I know. And you can never have too many paintbrushes. Just saying. So when Stephanie says, right, you're going to take your number 20 and you're going to chop the head off, you're all right doing that now for stippling because you're getting another pack. Right, Shop Brush. $24.99, and the brushes are absolutely essential, aren't they? The right brush, should I say?
Yes.
Obviously brushes are, but the right brush.
I met people at Doncaster that said to me, I've specifically, 2 ladies in particular, that said, I've come to buy brushes because I've tried it with other ones and it's not working.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfect. Right, so Shop Brush is going to get you both of those sets. Instead of just one, you're getting 2 for $24.99. Andrew's going, that is such a good deal. I know, right? Brilliant, isn't it? And it's essential stuff. Talking about essential stuff, Mrs. H999, we're going to talk to you about Extender. We're going to tell you exactly why you need it. So yesterday in the production meeting that we have every day at 2:30, Stephanie said, I need Extender and I need a duo pack.
And I need a deal.
And I need a deal. So Katie has done 2 of them for $9.99. 2 of them. This product is an absolute game changer. And I expect especially when you're going big, right? Because you need that paint to move further.
Yeah.
Okay, so shop Cadence. You're going to get both of those for $9.99. Right, Stephanie, are you ready?
I am. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to go on to this
Lovely.
cheat sheet to let you see what you need and why you need it. So you've got here, so I've got the first one, and what you can do, obviously, you could take these into Minecraft Studio, you can trim them out, you can cut them, you can do whatever you want to do with them. If you only want one on a page, all I would do is cut that out, cut round it, stick it where you want it on the page, and then photocopy it. Photocopy them as many times as you want. Once you've got it, it's yours for good. Right, the outside of this rose, these rose petals, we've got big rose petals here. They're going to need a lot of paint. So we need a bigger brush because this one is not really big enough. I need to get into this bit of the rose. So I've already put my paint out, and you'll notice I've put it out slightly differently. Instead of it just being in a blob like this, I've got it out in a longer amount of paint. And I'm literally coming into it and I'm swiping to get half the paint on both sides of my brush. And then I'm pushing it into the bristles just like I do normally. Nothing's changed, but we need this large amount of paint to help us. And then the thing that's going to make it the easiest to do is to use your palette paper because, and this is where the bigger sheets come in because they're needed. Now, there is an argument that it's easier to do colour blending with this because you can see where the paint is and you're not trying to keep those two colours as separate as they are. And look at how I've just put paint on those two outside corners. That's something that if it feels like it needs it, you can just put it on the corner. So I'm going to come onto here and I'm just literally tracing the outside edge of my cheat sheet. So I'm there and you can see I've run out in the middle. So I'm just going to come back, pick up a little bit. Look at that.
Wow.
This is gorgeous. So I'm just going to put on, I'm going to the outside petals first. I'm tracing the outside edge of those petals. You can always go back over it if you feel you need to. What's great is having this one right next to it, I can see where that next petal's going to go. So I know I've got one there that's going to come in. Then I can see that I've got another one that's going to go up there when I'm doing it. And look at this. Look at how easy it is to keep those colours separate. So it's almost easier to paint bigger because I haven't got to worry about keeping my colours separate. So I'm putting down the shades as I'm working and I'm just letting this colour just come here. Right, I should have put that green stem in. So I am going to go back to my number 20 brush.
Right.
Load that one. Look at the difference between keeping those two colours separate and this one.
Wow.
And let's just put this stem in. Oops, we'll just get a little bit more of that white on the end there. We're just going to come up here. I'm just going to put that in there. I'll leave that because we'll come back to it in a minute. Then my two shades. So I'm using my favourite plum and then also that lovely, and I'm going to pick that white up that's on that edge now. So I'm not wasting any of that paint. And then I'm going to take this petal here and get that one. It's so easy with a big brush. Once you get used to the way it feels in your hand, it just feels a little bit, it's because it is so much bigger, it just feels a little bit different for a moment or two until you get used to it, and then you'll see it all starting to come together. And then we're just going to put this bud in. So we've got a little one there, and then we're going to come to the bud itself, which is here.
Wow.
Just get a little bit more of that plum just there. And then we're just going to come round here. And I'm just going to do this last stroke there. And then I'm just going to let you see how large I've gone there. Wow. But that brush has done that for us. Right, let's come on to here. So your cheat sheets allow you to go over the top of the design. I'm going to come on to here and we're going to paint big. But we're going to paint big.
Okay.
So,
I need to
extender.
Tell you, yes, I need to tell you that half the stock of the brushes are now allocated and in people's baskets. So if you want them, please don't miss out. Shop large. You've got a £10 saving. You're paying £4 a brush. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is for these brushes because the quality of them is exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So into on a dish, a plate, a tray, or the other thing that you can do is put your extender, I'll just show you this, so that it only goes in the first two ridges of your pot.
Right.
So when you pick it up,
yeah, I can see that nice and clearly.
You just go into there, just down into that bit of it.
Clever.
So literally those first two ridges. And because of the way that I've put it in, when you put it flat, it doesn't go any further. So if I lift it up, you can see it's still only in those two ridges. Clever. It's brilliant. So I'm now I'm just going to pop that one in there out the way. And we're now going to, and I'm just look at what the extender does.
Wow.
Look at how it's
brilliant.
extended that paint and it's given me an area to work with. Now you know why you need those large areas. So into there, into there. So you're getting large amounts of paint
Fabulous.
on your brush. And this is like cream. So when you paint now, look at that. It's like, it is like cream. Now, you might, until you get used to the brush, you might find that you do smaller strokes. So you don't go as far around your picture.
Right.
But that's absolutely fine too. So if it starts to run out, until you get used to your brush loading, you just come back and we'll put on a little bit more there. Wow. But look at this, it's beautiful. This working this size is really quite invigorating. Mm-hmm. It feels special.
This would be lovely on a mirror. You've got a big mirror.
Or a piece of furniture.
Or a piece of furniture, yeah, absolutely.
Or a wall.
Yep.
Or just on a canvas.
Yep.
You know, this is you doing your own wall canvases. And have you been in the shops where you see that they've got these great big pictures of flowers? And it's literally, it's just a flower in the middle of the picture. Let me push this right into here.
Look how silky smooth that is.
And
but
this
you can
is
see it on the brush, on the bristles, can't you? How silky smooth they are. But that's extender that's allowing you to move that paint, right?
Absolutely, because this paint, I mean, look how far we're asking it to travel.
Yeah, a long
we're
way.
Properly, you know, we're making it travel a long way. So look at that, how beautiful that is.
Lovely.
If you look at the difference in size, so with then more of those colours here. Now I'm just going to get myself the tiniest bit of that yellow.
Ooh.
And I'm just going to bring that in and I'm just going to put some of it. Right, so then we'll keep going with this. Look at the way that you can get these colours to really blend and get the detail that we've got in it. Right, so we're going to go around here. We'll get that little bit more yellow. I'm going to have that just because I want some yellow here. And I'm going to put a bit there.
Yeah, don't forget, don't forget, I haven't even told you yet, so I apologise. Type win into the comments to win one of Stephanie's giveaways.
I'm going to give away my canvas.
Lovely, she's going to give away a canvas. Perfect. No, not shot win, just win. Just win. That's enough.
So here, guys, you can see how I'm getting all this lovely colour in here. Right, now, one thing that you do need to do when you're working with a bigger brush is change down your brush size as you want to go into a smaller area.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to get my extender on my brush so you can see how it's bleeding up the brush now. It's exactly what we want. And I'm now going to load this one.
So what does extender actually do?
What it does is it opens up the drying time of the paint. It makes it, it doesn't change the properties of it, which is one of the reasons why we love it. So, and it lightens the acrylic polymer. So imagine putting milk into double cream and how it lightens it.
Brilliant.
That's the effect that
you're
getting.
Basically.
It makes it more fluid, yeah.
Fabulous.
But without it all running, so that if I use water, those colours would all be muddy. But because I'm not using any water, they're not muddy, they're just lovely.
Okay, now while we're on the subject of extender,
yeah,
I would use it completely differently to you. So I would
So
put
what
it
would you
into
be doing with it?
You know the little glass bottles that we had with the sprays on Storage Solutions last week?
Yeah.
I put extender in the bottom with a small amount of Madora Hybrid Metallics and turn them into spritzers.
Right.
Because they're brilliant. Then you can have a spritzer in all of those different colours.
That's a good idea.
Not just the ones that come with shake and gilt, because it mixes beautifully with the paint, as you can see. But to create spritz bottles, and we had a cracking deal on that storage show. Have a look on our website and see if you can find it. Because there was something like, I think you got loads of different types of bottles with the sprays. You got
I remember that one.
Yeah, you got at least a dozen. So you could take those with your Dora Hybrid Metallics or your diamond paints and mix it with extender and make your own spritzers, and they look incredible. So that's another reason why we've got extender on a deal. Grab it while we've got it, because there's so many different techniques you can do with it. Imagine those in one of the rollerball bottles.
Oh
using
gosh,
it
that would be
That would be good,
amazing.
wouldn't it, with your paint as
Yeah.
well? Make your backgrounds.
And I love the way that you can get these edges on your petals with this brush.
You've got more room, haven't you? So it makes
Yes,
sense.
so there's more, it'll do more.
Absolutely.
And these curves, oh, these are so easy to do with this brush. Look at this. Look
Yeah,
at
they
how
are.
that comes in. I'm just going to put another one. I want another one in there. I'm just going to get you in.
That's gorgeous, Stephanie.
So look at that. Look at how big it is.
That's fabulous.
How you can play with the
See,
colour.
I want to do that on our sheds.
Right.
I actually want to do it on my car, but I don't think they'd like that.
Right, now I'm going to show you something else. So on this one, I've already started it, but we've got some of these pens
Oh, yes, we have.
on the show. So let's make this into a piece of art. So I'll let Mel just show you it first, because you are getting 6 pens.
Right, so, and these are from Zig. Have any of you ever heard of Zig? Japanese. You cannot get better than Japanese ink. They are absolutely brilliant at what they do. Now, these ones you can wipe off. So if you wanted to do your windows for Christmas with the snowflakes on, you could absolutely do that. So they'll go on chalkboards, windows, mirrors, and ceramics, but you can wipe them off. So first of all, if you're trying something new, it takes the fear out, right? Because you can wipe it away. So you're going to get 2 of those, and they have a 6mm broad nib, so they have that chisel nib. Then we bring you 2 of the waterproof ones, so they're for chalkboards if they're going outside, windows, mirrors, ceramics, but they're waterproof, and they have a 2mm rounded tip. And then, now I've paid $8.99 for one of these before.
Yes.
These white gel pens.
Yep.
One of them. You're getting all of those pens, all 6, for $12.99. That, my friends, is a deal and a half. You've got almost a £9 saving on that. Please don't miss out on these. If you've never tried Zig before, first of all, where have you been? Because they're a massive brand and their ink is incredible. Then these are the ones that you want to go for. And do you know what? Even from being right at the beginning of going on Create and Craft, where I used to come on with stamps and we'd colour them in and put that little white highlight in, it makes everything pop and it makes it look professional. It adds that light in, that bounce of that light of that item that you're painting. Absolutely brilliant product. Please don't miss out on those because we haven't got a lot. Shop pen, $12.99.
Right.
This is another reason why you need them. Look at this now.
So what I'm doing is I'm going into this and I'm now adding in the extra level of detail that we need. So I've got my lines in here, and this is how nice these pens are. When you literally work with them, look how I can flick it. Look at the detail that I can get when I flick that pen. It goes really light. And then what we do is we start off putting the little dots in where it shades, and then you follow the lines as you go along to get that extra little bit of detail. So we're literally going in and then following the line. So we're giving ourselves some texture. It's almost like a little bit of pointillism, where you come in here and you just add that little bit of extra texture into where the shading is. So just a tiny little bit. And then we've got there, look at that difference that's made. How gorgeous is that?
Stunning.
Right.
Can I just read out a few comments while you're doing that?
Yeah, of course.
Paula Wilson says, watching Stephanie paint is so therapeutic. It really is, isn't it? Davina says, Zig are fabulous. Yes, you're right, Davina, they are. You can't touch Japanese ink. They just do it brilliantly. Then we've got Mrs. H999. Love, 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 Stephanie. Beautiful. Lorraine says, stunning, Stephanie. Davina says that flower is absolutely stunning with a load of exclamation marks and an OMG. So you've really, really impressed Davina. Absolutely fabulous. Lorraine Bradbury says, love extender when I'm using my fine line brush.
Yep, that's a really good point, Lorraine. That actually makes a massive difference because it makes the paint flow like you need it. It really does make the difference. It gives you like an inky finish with it, and you can use the tiniest little bit with your paints, and I'll show you a little bit more of that in just a second. Just want to get this to a little bit further on so that you can see what I'm doing to it and why we're adding in that depth. And then up here, because we need it to be bigger, I'm going right on the tip and I'm touching it and I'm almost pumping it as I go. So look at how I'm literally pumping that. And then we're just going to go round that edge a tiny bit and down here, just in the areas where there would be shading. So you can take it up like this. And then again, let's have another look where we put some more. We put some here, look, where it's darker. And we're bringing in that. I'm just going to fade that away and make the dots get further apart as we fade them away. And you get this lovely finish. And then we're getting detail in here. I'm just going to bring that round. And then you can come back round and you can pull those pens and just give yourself little tiny bits of extra dimension. Wow. And this, everybody, is what makes the difference.
Oh, so those white pens are phenomenal.
I just, since I've been using them, I just love the fact that it really highlights elements of the design.
Absolutely.
So here, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to come across and I'm going to put these extra lines in like this, and then we're going to go in with those dots, and I'm almost shading with it, adding in a little bit more of the detail. We'll just get those fade away, and a couple more.
Bridget is asking, how much longer does it take for the paint to dry when using extender?
Oh, hardly any time at all.
Yeah.
It really is so fast. Look at what that's done to the centres of those flowers. How it's now adding in the extra detail to them. So I would carry on working with this, doing a little bit more. I'm just doing a little bit more now. And then I'm just going to, while Mel's just showing you what we've got on the show, all I'm doing is just repeating this, going round the edges, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we can come back and I'll show you the cheat sheets again.
Yes, absolutely. Right, so Shop Large is going to get you all 5 of these brand new brushes. They're weighted beautifully, but look how silky those bristles are. And as Stephanie said, look at that. Look how flexible and that bounces on that brush. I mean, it's just remarkable. Look, you can see, and then it just all pops back together again. They're brilliant, aren't they? £4 a brush is an incredible price. I remember my dad going out one day and he came back and he spent £99 on one brush.
Yeah.
Because it did what he wanted it to do. It was his hobby, he invested in it, but he bought the best that he could afford. And honestly, the difference that a good brush makes is night and day. Right tools for the right job. I know, keep saying it. You're going to get 2 of those, and you're also going to get your number 2, your number 4, and your number 6. Stephanie, I'm going to recommend that you hide these brushes, because if David gets hold of these,
he'll be
you're
painting.
not getting them back.
I know, he'll be using them from Aquastone.
He will.
Because it's so smooth.
Absolutely.
They're so smooth. They would be brilliant for it, mind you.
Perfect. Right, so if you want Shop Large, $19.99. Now, we also have brand new cheat sheets for you today. These are really exciting. So you're going to get volume 4. If you're collecting, we all collect, don't we? Cheat sheet number 4. So all based around roses and different stages of that blossom opening. So you've got the full head with the stem, you've got the bud that's just starting to open, you've got the flower head by itself, you've got the bud with the stem and the foliage on there, you've got the leaves by themselves, and then you've got all of these outlines. So practicing is just perfect because you've got the shape. That's the thing. You've got that shape, so all you're doing is following that line with your paint. And then even if you come into these petals, you just paint over that again, so it gets that perspective correct on your florals, which are just brilliant, aren't they? So you're getting all of those and all of these. Don't forget, you could also use these with your pyrography and your foil pen. So you can really, really use these, not just for your painting, but for all sorts of different things as well, which is great. Maybe you love colouring with your alcohol markers. Just print these off on your 250 pure print, not the premium, but the regular pure print, and you're away, aren't you? Print them onto watercolour paper. Do them that way. It's all about practice, you know? What do they say? The repetition is the mother of all skill. In fact, in other words, the more you do it, the more that muscle memory comes into play. Now, I'd like to do the black paper or cardstock, if we may, Andrew, next, because this is going to make it absolutely pop. You're going to get 50 sheets of this, 160 GSM. So perfect, because you're then going to mat and layer these up, aren't you? Make them into your projects or pop them in a frame. Shop black, 50 sheets for $14.99. Stephanie loves painting on black. I love working on black because it makes everything pop. So what black does is it pulls itself back and it pushes everything on top of it forward. It's really clever. So if you want that, shop black, $14.99. I'll tell you how important black is. You look at someone like Graphic 45 and they do their sticker sheets and they're on black because it makes it look much more inviting, much more vibrant. It's a brilliant tip. Seriously, get yourself some black card. Right, if you want that, 50 sheets for $14.99. Now, I want to go back to the paints, if I can, please, because these have been out of stock for a while, these particular colours, and we've got them back in. We've brought them to you with an almost £5 saving. Remember, these prices on your screen are not what you're going to pay. If you log into your account before you check out, you will get your club discount off these. Now, the hybrid acrylic means it can be painted on any surface. If you aquastone, so if you do it on something like a flower pot, if you aquastone it, it will be waterproof. David actually came up with a really good tip. He said he painted the insides of his terracotta plant pots with aquastone because then he wasn't constantly watering it, because the water goes into the soil and into the terracotta by sealing just the inside. Brilliant, isn't it that? So you're going to get your yellow, you're going to get your white, you're also going to get your clover green, you're going to get your plum, and you're going to get your fuchsia. So you're getting 70ml bottles. You're getting 5 of them. Shop hybrid, $19.99. Right, now then, let's have a look at this palette paper again, shall we? Because this, especially with these bigger brushes, is going to be brilliant because you want a big sheet. You don't want loads of paint on a small piece of palette paper, because guess where it's going to end up? On your floor, on your sleeve, on your face, everywhere, right? So we need bigger sheets. This is perfect. So you're going to get 40. They're from an artist brand, Royal and Langnickel. So you know that you're getting the top quality. You're getting 40 sheets and they're 9 inches by 12. So they're bigger, slightly bigger than A4, which gives you much more room to be able to blend those colours through. So if you want that one, shop Artist, $9.99. Now we do have our In the Studio Painting Perfection brushes. Now this, my friends, is a deal and a half. So you're buying one set for $24.99. And we're going to give you another set free on brushes that we struggle to keep in stock, on brushes that Stephanie chooses to use for her painting. That's the difference. It's not, oh, I've got these brushes, I need to use them. It's a choice, and that tells you everything that you could possibly need to know about the quality of them, because again, it's about the quality of the paint, the quality of the brush. The better those two things are, the better your results are going to be. And that's what we want, isn't it? So if you want 2 sets of paintbrushes, and if you think, well, I've already got some in the cupboard, doesn't matter. Well, they're on buy one, get one free. £12.50 for that quality of brush. My dad would have been snapping your hand off at those. Right, shop brush, $24.99. Extender. This is brilliant, okay? So this increases the fluidity of the paint and keeps that drying time open for longer, but you can also use it with your other paints and create spritzers. So while we've got that on a deal for you, shop extender £9.99. Right, Andrew, what else which ones, love? I've got 3 sets. I've got perfect bow, Christmas cards, perfect bow. Right, we'll do all 3, fine. So these are your sheets. Now you can laminate these. So if you've got the hot foil machine from Tattered Lace, you can also, it's also a cold laminator. So you can do that with these if you want to. And then paint over the top to practice. Aren't these fabulous? Or put them on a light board. Just get a thin sheet of paper, something like a 140, something like that, over the top and paint over, because then you can use them, can't you? So you get your, learn how to do all your holly leaves. These are going to look fabulous. Imagine these with your candle paint, Stephanie.
I know.
Right?
That's what we're going to be doing for Christmas.
Lovely. Then you've also got your poinsettia in there. So you talked about that wiggle. That's why it's important, because you can see that's what gives that petal the texture, makes it look realistic. It's very, very clever. And then you also learn how to do your seasonal sprigs, your pine cones, and your berries, and then you've got the poinsettia wreath as your composition at the end. So if you want that one, shop style, £12.99. Now, if you want to do your Christmas cards with Paint Imperfection, we can do that for you as well. So in here, you're going to learn how to paint the hat, how to paint the fur and the bubble on the hat, which direction to take the brush strokes in to do the body, which direction to do the little shoes. You're then going to do a winter bunny. So you learn how to do all of those different strokes, the beard for the little character there as well. Then you've also learned how to do a Christmas tree, the moon and the stars, because it all comes into play, doesn't it? And then you've got your final compositions, which are fabulous, aren't they? So if you want that, shop card, $16.99. And then if you want your winter decorations, this is lovely. So you're going to be able to paint, again, your hats and your holly and your branches. Then you've got your little birds. Look how gorgeous that is. Imagine that on just a piece of craft card with that on. Merry Christmas underneath. Job done. Then you get to learn how to do your bigger pine cones, your boughs and your branches and your foliage, your candles. I mean, how realistic. That looks shiny, doesn't it? It looks shiny, and yet you're using a matte paint. Super clever. Then you've got your snowman, and you've got the hat and the scarf for the snowman. Look at him, little cheeky chap. You've got your broom in there as well, and your Christmas tree. You've also got different poinsettias. You've got holly in little compositions as well. You've got your acorns in there with the bow. And then you also get some extra little pieces to be able to paint over. How fabulous is this, isn't it? If you want that one, it's Shop Winter, and that's $17.99. Right, we've got less than 10 left of the large brushes. So if you want them, please get them. Because I know what'll happen a week on Monday when you do your painting club.
I know.
There won't be any left, will there?
I know, absolutely. But it isn't just, you know, I know we've joked about keeping them away from David, but these will become his new favourite brushes.
Absolutely, they will.
Because that spring that we've got, I mean, look at this. I'm just going to show you this. This is... sorry, Laura, you don't know where I'm going, do you? But look at that. Look at how even that water is literally coming down the brush. It is so easy to work with. And when we talk about spinning colour, and I'll just get these 2 shades here, and you talk about just spinning it, you're going to see here, look at this, watch what happens when I spin that colour.
Wow.
Look at how the bristles are literally going round
Like a
and
twirl.
spinning.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And as I'm coming up, I'm bringing it, look at that. That's
Wow.
absolutely, that is the quality that you're getting with these. It's phenomenal.
Imagine that on a jelly plate.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
With those brushes. Absolutely fabulous.
I mean, and this shows you this is what it's about. Look at that. The bristles are back and they are perfectly straight again.
Look at that.
Absolutely fantastic brushes. The best brushes I've had for coating anything.
Yeah.
Because of the spring in them. Right, I want to just show you these because you're getting loads of different designs, but I want to show you a way that I would use them. So first of all, I'm going to need a little bit more white paint, I think. We're going to go into there. Oh, I've just got to stop a minute and get that out. Oh, I love this. When you open a bottle and you find, this is a bit of a thing. When you find bits, you can get them out. Try and get it out whole. But I didn't manage it then. I'm not repeating that, Andrew. That's disgusting. It's like getting glue off your hands. It's actually, I'm going to waste too much time. Right, so here we go. So then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to load the green and the white. Now, I'm looking at the colours that I've got on here. I've got the tiniest little bit of yellow, and I've also got a little bit of the plum. So we'll get a bit more green and a little bit more white. And I'm going to come on here and I'm just going to put on that side of the leaf like that. So I need a bit more green, a bit more white. And then I'm going to come on here and I'm just going to repeat it. So I'm just copying what I did there. Now, I'm just going to come level because I need to just get this, and I'm going to put this leaf in the background. There. And then it's got a little turn in it that goes like that. There. Right, now we need to put the other half of the bud in. So that comes like that. So that's done that. Right, now let me have another look at this. So, a bit more of the white. Right, so I'm going to come down there like that, okay? So that's my practice. This is my down there.
Wow.
Like that. Okay. Then I've got that little bud up there, that little bit. So I'm going to just put that in, that bit. Then I need to, let's have a look at this one. So I'm going to go up, round, up to there. Right, let me try that one first. So I'm going to go up, round, and up to there. Right, then I've got this side. So I'm going right out and round and then up to there. Okay, so I'm going to go right out and round and up to there. Okay, that's that. Right, now I need some stems. So I've got one, where's this one going to go? It's going to go like that, okay? So this one's going to come from here and it's going to go like that. Then this one is going to come there. And this one, and we're going to go there and there, and we're going to go round like that. So we've just done our little bud, like
Look at
that.
that. How
And do you know
fabulous
what?
is that?
It's so much fun, but this is going to be our giveaway. So
Lovely.
this is going to be a giveaway. And one last quick thing,
Yep.
if you haven't got your extender, you absolutely need it.
You do.
Because when you put it on your brush and you put just the tiniest little bit of colour on the edge of it, what you can do is we can just add our own little extra shadows. Look at how that is just picking up that little shadow, and it fades away because the extender makes it fade away.
Wow. Isn't that just fabulous? Right, we're running out of time, guys. Thank you ever so much for your company this morning. What's coming up next, Andrew, please? Through the Wall. brand new rice
oh my
papers
gosh,
next.
oh my god, they are
Ooh,
gorgeous.
They are,
Oh
absolutely.
no, they're better than gorgeous.
With our Lily and David, I believe, which is fabulous. We're going to pick a winner. Who's going to win that canvas? Are you ready?
Winner, chicken
We'll get
dinner.
confetti as well now. We're going up in the world. Yeah. Darren Hunter Hashchak. I'm really sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly.
Darren.
Yeah, Darren. Brilliant. Right. That canvas will be coming out to you. Please keep an eye out for a message from us to get your details, and then we can sort that out for you. Thank you.
Guys,
for
get your
joining us.
brushes.
Oh yeah, don't
Get your
forget your
brushes.
brushes. Shop large. And David is right through that wall, ready and waiting. See you in a bit.